way you move.
I like the way you do it. I like the way you do. I like the way you move it. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. I like the way you move. If you want me, it could bump you bubbles.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Hot Topics with Jaden O'Neal. Y'all, Real Housewives of Atlanta got really okay. I think I see what y'all are doing. Okay, it was a slow burn. It was a little excitement, with the whole Kenya Moore and all that little thing. But we're now starting to realize the true villain is Phaedra. Again. And she only been on like 4 episodes. So, if you guys don't know, Angela Oakley just did a couple of interviews. And if you notice in the beginning, when she was doing her rounds for the interviews and the promotion of Real Housewives of Atlanta, she basically was like, they were like, oh, well, who's the true villain of the show and who's this? And she was just like, Phaedra. So allegedly, well, not allegedly, on this past week's episode, on this past Sunday, a gentleman came up to Angela and was like, I need to tell you about your husband. And Angela was really like taken aback, like, excuse me? And he's like, I need to tell you about your husband. So Angela's like, okay, well, this isn't the time or the space. And the guy then proceeds to do a toast and says something to the effect of, let's toast to what's name because her husband cheating on her, something like that. And it was just like, wow. So you're gonna be a messy queen. That's what we're getting here. A messy queen delivering a messy message for someone else. But Angela, on an interview recently, said that it was phony Faye. The guy is saying that it was her. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know where this is going to go. So we're going to say allegedly it's Faye. But if it is Faye, you have some explaining to do. Because this is not the first time you've been caught up in getting someone else to do your dirty work. Now, if you guys don't remember a few years back, why Phaedra did not return to Housewives from what they said was because of the incident between her, Kandi, and Porsha. Now, if you remember, Porsha ended up basically like having some type of misagreement or some spat with Kandi. And as the disagreement grew, when they started to throw jabs at each other, Porsha made some type of mention of, a dungeon and, basically giving her something, right? Kandi was horrified that Porsha would even say anything, because she's like, even though me and Porsha are falling out, where's all these lies coming from? Like, what are you talking about? I've never tried to do anything like that to you or anything like that or what have you. But come to find out at that reunion, Porsha finally said who told her that Kandi and Todd allegedly was plotting to do something to her. Phaedra, it was you, girl. Again. And again, here we are with you trying to play the master puppeteer behind the scenes and just be messy. Like, why would you? Why? Why, Phaedra? If you truly did this, why would you do that? Why would you do something that's so detrimental? Like, you throwing jabs. I already didn't like the jabs that you were throwing at Angela. Like, oh, she's the youngest, oldest person I know. And da-da-da. And calling Kelly a garden gnome and something else. Like, what are you, 5? all this vocabulary you have, all this grandeur that you have, and all the knowledge and all of this, you throw jabs at people's looks. Well, look, I don't understand it. I don't under. I know why Bravo brung her back. Well, I know why Real Housewives of Atlanta brung her back. I know why, but I thought Phaedra had turned over a new leaf. You know, I can handle the little jobs, and that is saying that if this is actually true, that she had this man come up to Angela and tell her that her husband is cheating on her at an event. Not somewhere private, not somewhere like this, none of that. I don't like that. I know we like to be entertained, and I know that we like to see different things and see the drama of it all. But I feel like when it starts to tear down people's relationships, because you don't know what could have transpired from that situation. You know, it could have been like, oh, I'm just going to tell her, like, even with Porsha making that, you know, that very ignorant joke of that if she wanted y'all, she could have him. It's just very detrimental to people's relationships. And I feel like you can combat, you can argue, you can go back and forth with somebody. And you don't have to bring up their family members. You don't have to. You know, even on that past episode of Housewives, Kelly and Britt got into it, and they literally started throwing jabs about this person's husband and what they do, or I don't know. It's all becoming too much. Okay. I still think that they all look great. I'm still gonna watch. But it's one of those things where I wish Phaedra would not have done this so early on. I wish if she wasn't gonna do something like this, it was 2 or 3 seasons from now, and you know, because now you're coming back into the fold, and we still have a little bit of a distaste for you, Phaedra. You're not all the way clean yet. Like you're not coming in as this wholesome character. You know, we met you as a liar, and you continue to be a liar. I know y'all remember she didn't know when this baby was due. Talking about I'm having a baby. It's at 28 weeks. It's fully developed. So we gonna do this, and we're just gonna have a C-section. He gotta come out of me. No, that baby, you was in your 35th, 36th week. We're not dumb. And that's what lawyers try to do. They tell you things so much, and they say it over and over and over and over again, that eventually you start to doubt what you believe and be like, well, maybe I need to look into this, or maybe they could be right. Maybe there's something else going on. Like, maybe that could happen. No, Phaedra, why are you lying like this? Why would you do that to Angela? Somebody who hasn't done anything to you for you to do something so foul, if this is truly what you did. And I'm hoping this comes out and the man lies to Angela and it wasn't you. But why are you so quiet? Huh? Phaedra? All right. Well, look, this is a short video because I just had to get on here real quick and just tell you how I felt about the situation. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But anywho, please like, subscribe, comment below, share. I'm here. I am so excited with this, and we're going to have so much fun. And if you've noticed, I've been actually joining in the comments below. So make sure you comment, engage with me, tell me what you want me to do or review. Like I said, one day I do want to do a mukbang. Actually, a couple of my friends want to do a mukbang. So I will see when that will happen. You know, it might be coming sooner than you think. Don't know. But we're going to have a lot of fun. And it's going to be all good. And shame on you, Phaedra. If this is true, please tell me it's wrong. Tell me it's not true. But anyway, it was great talking to you guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye.